Hello, I'm Brian Stewart, and today I'm here with Mr. Turner, and I'll be interviewing him about BSU here at St. Joe. Mr. Turner, just tell me a little bit about BSU.
The Black Student Union is an affinity club. If you don't know what that means, affinity means it's sort of a group of guys who are very similar or have similar characteristics. I always say community building and getting to know one another and just having a place to go at MSJ is all that the BSU is for. Students who are trying to get new to our school community, who might not be in clubs, or they're in clubs and just want to share their experiences. The BSU's evolved as well. We started off as a club that responded to the needs of young scholars who just felt like there was no place for them. And since then, the BSU has gotten involved in the school community, outside community, planning events, but also helping to elevate young scholars to other clubs like Student Council, XBSS, things of that sort. Yeah, this past year was really cool. If you remember at the senior award ceremony, the young scholars sort of got the stoles, and that was really cool. And every year at graduation since my second year, my year taking on the BSU, we've always taken a group photo of African-American students at graduation on the steps. And so behind you even is just a compilation of all of those years kind of stacking up to modern day. It's been a really cool tradition because you get all the parents like huddled out to take the pictures. All the scholars are there. We got to take multiple takes and such. That's been my favorite part of the BSU, is seeing guys from the very start when they come into the club to that last moment when they go on to adulthood.
And yeah, that's just a piece that like people behind the scenes wouldn't know. Like I remember that myself, seeing Julian with that, and I feel like that's just a good piece to like send him off with after school,
absolutely.
just to remember like the community that BSU has here. So I just feel like that's something cool.
I think that's a really good question. One of the things that we do is we go to conferences. We get 2 conferences that we primarily go to. There's a Baltimore-based diversity student leadership conference that happens in the fall, and then there's a Sankofa conference sponsored by McDonough that happens in the spring. So we always attend conferences. Anytime there is an event that can just uplift us, we're all about Black Boy Joy is one of our big things. Black Excellence is one of our big things. We go to those events at colleges. University of Maryland's really good about those things. Towson's really good about those things. We jump on those. All other schools have BSUs, so although we don't put on mixers right now, we're still kind of building up towards that. Blakefield just had a block party, right? Yeah. And so we'll show up and pull up at the block party or movie nights and things of that sort. I will give a shout out to anybody who's watching. Around the corner, we've been sort of building up this community here at MSJ to go to the Irvington Peace Park. I know that Ms. Abdo and some of you all have gone to the Peace Park this summer as part of your service experience, but I'm not going to hold. We went there on Friday. We just pulled up. We didn't know if kids were going to be there, but it's this outdoor space with a basketball hoop, field. There's some chickens and roosters, like literally right in Irvington. And I remember Ches and TB going, yo, yo, yo. The kids are like, yo. And literally within seconds, we're going 1v1 basketball. We're going throwing footballs. Kid brought his pit bull out. And so I'm now walking the dog while they're playing in the pit bulls, trying to get to the chickens. And so it was really cool for us to open our gates, go out into the community and realize like there's no difference. The kids joke the same way we joke, the same 6-7 joke that we're hearing on campus. I mean, they're joking those things too. And for anybody, as we get capacity and continue those connections, I want to invite the community to that. It's not a BSU exclusive thing, but it's one of our ways where me, Mr. Turner, I'm passionate about it. And some of my guys were like, bet, we'll support you doing that. And now that we got a relationship going, I hope to bring as many people as a part of that particular type of connection with the community. Because they're little middle schoolers who could come here one day, but also kids who are just chilling and trying to play ball, trying to throw football. And we don't have any recess courts on this campus. We get kind of bored sitting in the library all day. It was really cool to see the guys like go out and just be. To be honest with you, I'm not going to say that I'm a like super art collector. Everything that you see in this room, every picture that you see is a culmination of since I've started teaching. There are pictures from my previous place of work. There are art pieces from my previous place of work. There are guys who went here who found out they have connections to royalty in Africa, in Ghana, right? And so they left it with me. and I've just found a place that makes sense for me. And so I always am really protective about my classroom, not because I need everything to be clean, but also because these are things from people, right, that put me in a place in time where I was in a relationship, connected with, or in community with students, families, parents, or just the school itself. And so everything in here is linked to me connecting and having an interaction with some person. And although that person's not here with me right now, it's one of the ways I can remember them, and also share a little bit of them with everybody here. To be honest with you, I say if you're ever curious about the BSU, if you're ever curious, honestly, about questions of diversity, questions of ethics, it's always important to ask, just in a respectful way. One of the things I really appreciate you doing is giving an insight into the BSU, because outside looking in, there's a lot of questions, right? And there's not many opportunities for me to share, or guys in the club to share, nor like who wants to share? What do? We vibe, right? So I really do appreciate you giving an insight into that. And I challenge anyone who has interest or intrigue to just ask the question. Do it in a respectful way. Do it in an interest way, not an interrogative way. And then you learn something new, but also you can get involved if an opening is there.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you, Brian. Thank you, sir.
I'm here with
Warren Ross.
and I'll be interviewing him about BSU here at St. Joe. Warren, when and what made you join BSU?
I joined BSU freshman year. What made me join was when I walked in, I felt welcome, valued, and seen. It was all a good group of guys with good intentions to brainstorm, come up with ideas for what we could improve on and how we could make the club fun. I would tell them to walk in feeling welcome. Don't be nervous or scared. Come with good intentions to how you could be somewhat of a leader in the future. My favorite aspect of BSU so far is having my leadership role, getting involved. Throughout high school, being in this club, I've seen what BSU could be, and bringing my leadership ideas, I wanted to bring it to life, like make it happen. BSU has helped me create meaningful relationships to guys I can call on for anything, whether it's schoolwork, I'm going through something, or just coming up with new ideas.
I'm here with
Darrien Cook.
and I'll be interviewing him about BSU here at St. Joe. Darrien, what made you join BSU?
Well, first I was new to the school, and I had a brother here, and he told me to come, so I came here. And at first I wasn't really thinking too much of it, but then I felt very welcome, and it's a safe space, lets you really be you, and just you can really vibe here. One thing I would tell them is that people just think that we meet on like Fridays or like that's like our only time meeting, but we're here almost every day of the week, just hanging out with each other, talking, vibing. Again, yeah, just a safe space to go to. Well, I grew a great relationship here with Mr. Turner throughout all 4 years. Someone I can talk to, obviously, someone who I do come to pretty often. And my peers around school, I made some great relationships. My friends like Don Ches, Warren, and Tyler, feel like made a great brotherhood here with them. And obviously I want to keep like that.
All right, that's good.